I've started the recording. This is our lecture highlights, but it's really just going on a little bit from what we did before. And we'll see what we get through in the topics. What I thought I'd do is do two things that I think are useful mostly for graphic arts, interior design, and landscape. Although civil engineers use some of this and architects too, particularly this thing called special line types. So you can make your own kind of line type. You know, we've seen that there's all sorts of types of line types, right? When we look at them, we can load up all these different ones. But if they're not already in there and you've got something like, here's one for a gas line. And so if you want to show where a gas line is, you can draw a line and it'll say gas, dash, 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 gas, dash, dash, dash. And there's one for hot water. But where's cold water? Where's hydronic? Where's irrigation? Where's drip? Where's all those other ones that you might think that you would want to need? Where's data? Where's fiber optic cable? All of those things can be set up in a way that you can do your own. So let's see how to do that. And I'm just doing everything on one layer here. So the first thing you need to do is decide how big you want it to be on your piece of paper. So here I've got one that's, let's see how big that is on the piece of paper. I think it's 0.09. That was, yeah, about 0.09 high. So, and that's pretty common. And so I want to think about how big it is on the piece of paper, not in my model, because it'll make life easier. So let's say I want to make something like that. And so I'm going to set up a line type. And you have to do lines and letters. I don't think it'll let you do polygons, but maybe it will. But I'm going to do something and I'm going to make it 1/8 long. And then I'm going to make another bit maybe 0.06 long. And I'm going to separate those just a bit. So there's like a long dash and a short dash. And then I'm going to I'll put in fiber optic, FO. So I'll go DT, and I'm going to justify it. And I'm going to pick middle left, and I'm going to put it right there. And I'll make it 0.12 tall. And I'm going to write fiber optic. And that's what's going to repeat over and over and over as I draw. So there's some special tools under Express Tools, and it's hard to find them, but under Express Tools and Tools, you'll find Make a Line Type. And you have to put it somewhere so that it can go find it. So I'm putting it in a line type file, and I'm going to call it fiber optic. And I'm not sure if you're allowed to put spaces in it or not. I usually don't. And then it says, oh, what's the name? Fiber optic. Oh. fiber optic. And it's going to go from there just a little bit past my letters. And then I have to pick what's in it. Line 1, line 2, and my text. And it's been created. So now let me draw a line and I'll change it to fiber optic. I can make a layer called fiber optic if I want. Let me just do that. And we know how to click on it, right click, go to properties, and change the layer. Oops, sorry, change the line type. There it is. 2, 5. Oh, is that so cool? And then if I want to make a layer, of course I can. And then I can pick my line type as fiber optic. So now whatever I draw with that is going to have that line type. Isn't that cool? And when I show it on a layout, oh, it looks a little funny there because of my scale. That one should have come out okay. Let me zoom in on that and see if I can get a better. I hate to play with the line type scale stuff. There we go. Well, the line type, the scale factor is all kind of messed up because I got this great big huge stuff here. So I've got a few problems with that happening in there. Should come out okay with that. But I've got too many different scale factors in here for it to be able to find it easily. Okay, I'll show you how to fix that on another one at some point. Sorry, my microphone is falling off all of a sudden. Let me get that fixed. No, it keeps it the same size, and somewhere in there there'll be a weird little break. Yeah. So there'll be a little weird break at some. Oh, and that's because that's a special thing with AutoCAD. You can set it so that so that your letters always show in the right direction. It'll do that. So even if I draw it backwards, you can get them to show. And even if I mirror that now, I think see, isn't that weird? That's a setting in one of those dialog boxes somewhere that makes all text as you've typed it in the text box left and right always try to show up left to right. So that's kind of a cool thing. So that's how you make a line type. And that's kind of a cool, neat thing. And you could make, if you're doing work that requires like different types of runs of things, different types of electrical, different types of water, different types of data, different types of gas. Irrigation, people use drip, sprink, irrigation, leach. They have all sorts of different lines that landscapers use. They use, 110 AC, 24 AC, 24 volt DC, 24 volt AC. You can make a line type that really calls each of those out rather than relying on a table somewhere for somebody to read the wrong thing. So those are special line types. And again, it's under Express Tools, make a line type. Right? So that's kind of a cool thing. Now I'm going to stop the recording.